I wasn't allowed to trick or treat.
I was strategically mapping houses for king-size bars.
Josh is off this week, so my husband James is in the hot seat, literally, because today we're unpacking Halloween chaos.
From scary movies to costumes gone wrong, we're talking about what it's like to grow up on opposite sides of Halloween and how that plays out when you're the parents now.
If you've ever spiraled over a costume, rationed your kids' candy, or just want permission to hate adult Halloween parties, this is your place. Don't go anywhere. So first of all, welcome to the show. Thank you so much for filling in for Josh while he's away.
No problem.
I appreciate this. This is like the perfect episode for you because you are the only person that loves Halloween as much as you love it in all forms.
I do love Halloween.
So this is very appropriate to have you on here. And for any listener that's kind of like, I recognize the voice, you may have heard him as the behind the scenes host on some of our game shows that we've been doing.
Yeah, it's me.
Okay, so Halloween.
Yeah.
So as I've mentioned before, I grew up as a Jehovah's Witness and didn't really get to do much of any holiday.
Poor child.
So I was the one with no pumpkin or lights on at night behind the window, staring out gazingly.
It's so sad.
It's so sad.
Oh my god.
Why is Halloween fun?
Oh my god. Because it's that one day of the year where you get to just literally be anything that you want to be, and like as you're a kid, you're like, oh, I want to be this, and yeah, you can. Like when you're a kid, you always want to be. It's like, I want to be this, I want to be that, because kids have imagination. But literally, that's the one idea where you can manifest it. You can literally, I want to be a ninja. All right, you're a ninja. Oh, I want to be an egg. I'm like, all right, we'll figure out how to do that somehow. Here you go, egg with legs or whatever.
Yeah.
So I think that's part of it. Is that it's because like everybody in life, we all kind of wear masks of who we are and who we want to be, and especially as a kid, I think it's nowadays adults, it's definitely grown up with them where they are able to be that one thing that they inside they want to be, and then they can't normally. So
yeah. Like, I mean, I remember when Emerus was a kid, like I'm talking like 3 or 4, she spent like a good month being Snow White everywhere.
Yep.
That was her favorite costume.
Yep.
And she wore it everywhere.
Well,
it was like a lifestyle almost.
Look at our kids, right? Like our youngest, he's gotten a couple of costumes, and they're characters that he loves. And
it's true.
And also costumes are a lot more expensive these days than they were when we were younger. But he wears it all the time. Like he's worn it so many times now, it's starting to disintegrate.
It literally is.
He for years he was Gecko, and then for years later he was Bingo from Bluey. So
yeah. Just loves it.
Yeah.
Either outgrown or literally disintegrated in our hands. Yeah. Love it. I love that explanation that you gave. It actually honestly never thought of it that way. It's true. You do get to be like somebody that you're normally not for an evening. Or in our kids' case, the month, which is fine. Get our money's worth out of that costume
we
for
get the
sure.
money's worth out of those costumes.
But now let me pinpoint a more specific question to you.
Okay.
Why is being scared fun? Because, okay, so let me preface this a little bit. So there's this whole world surrounding Halloween.
Yeah.
Okay, haunted houses, scary movies, all of this stuff.
Yeah.
Okay, where you're scared.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, that's the whole point of haunted houses, the whole point of scary movies. It's like a mind fuck, essentially, right? Like, you're scared. Why is it that people enjoy being scared so much? And I'm asking you because you like that stuff.
Because I like the stuff, and she knows I kind of know.
Yes.
So you ask me like why? Okay, so I think Halloween is kind of that entry point for a lot of people because you obviously you get dressed up and you do the whole Halloween thing younger than you do other things that can elicit that fear response, right? Like you're not watching
Okay.
scary movies at 8 years old, except for our kid, or other things, like haunted houses. A lot of times they're like if you're really young, So Halloween is first that foray into okay, scary stuff, and it's kind of fun. But then as you get older, obviously you start doing more and more things. And why is it fun? Well, it's kind of like it's where you are introduced. You start learning that fear can be fun, and why can it be fun? I can get technical, and then tell you like because when you get that fear response, it's that fight or flight response in your brain. It triggers chemicals in your brain that gives you that sense. You start, you know, breathing faster. You start sweating. You start reacting, and all those things happen. So like, there's literally a physiological
Like a
change.
chemical
You start getting
response.
that, right?
Yeah.
Your adrenaline goes up. All that stuff. Similar, like when you start working out, your adrenaline goes up. You start feeling bad, but it feels good. Similar with being scared. Like you get scared. Obviously, in these movies, something bad happens. That's not fun. But like for them, most of the time they're getting scared, but nothing bad is happening, and they're starting to equivalent English, James, equate those two things. Similar, we're talking about different things that do that, right? Like scary movies. You watch something scary. Oh my god, something's gonna happen. And even when something happens, like nothing happens to you, but that fear response is like triggered, and you're like, oh my god, and then goes down because whatever the outcome happens. For me, like one of the big things is theme park rides.
Yes.
Right. So like you're learning. That's why also, like I said, like Halloween's the first foray because like a lot of these thrill rides, little kids can't get on mostly for safety. But when you get on, you're going up really high, and that fear response is starting to trigger in you. You're starting to breathe heavier. You're starting to get scared, and then you go through. But in the end, you're fine. And then you start realizing, oh, that's fun, and that's what kind of does it. It's fun.
Okay. Well, somewhere along the lines in my brain, I shut down and go in a corner and cry. But teach their own. I don't know.
And that's all you, right? It's triggering different things inside you.
Yeah.
So
well, that's what I'm saying. It's
some things elicit a fear response, and other things don't. They're like, oh, it was whatever. Which is funny because like they're both horror, they're both scary, but teach their own, right? Different things scare different people.
Yeah.
It's like a joke of people, like, oh, what scares you an adult? You see this guy in his head, and you see like taxes, like a broken car, like mother-in-law showing up. You're like, oh, that's my fear, So.
Jeez. Oh boy, yeah. That's true. So going back to what I was talking about before about not growing up,
yeah,
being able to celebrate Halloween, but what that did to me as a kid kind of made me feel isolated.
Yeah, for sure.
Like I wasn't really
You're the one kid
like a part of the group.
No.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Like everybody else was talking about their costumes. There's always, listen, we have kids.
We do.
We know every single year, even in daycare,
yeah,
they were drawing what they wanted to be for Halloween. There was prompts from the teacher, right? Like, what do you like? Grayson's project for school project is coming up, and it's what is he going to be for Halloween? And he has to present it to the class, right?
This first year, I don't even know what he is going to be for Halloween. I don't even know what he got. He got something.
So. He got some sort of alien thing.
Oh, is it
dark alien thing. Cool. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. So it's like it's ingrained in everywhere, right? Like you can't escape it.
Yeah.
And so it was kind of a little lonely, I have to say.
For sure.
It kind of is an interesting dynamic now, me as an adult, married to somebody who clearly loved it and still does, and how we're approaching that with our kids. I am coming from a place of deprivation where I'm like, I never had this. My kids are gonna have it. They're gonna love it.
You're like,
right, and that's
making up for lost time.
All holidays,
oh, yeah,
not just Halloween.
We go all in and everything
from my angle. And well, how do you approach it from your angle in terms of now that you have kids and all of these things? Because also, there's a chunk of change between when you truly enjoyed Halloween and were able to really throw yourself in it in terms of trick-or-treating, all that stuff, and now, right? And adulthood.
Before I go trick-or-treating, and there was bounties to be made. I was like, oh, I'm doing this, and I'm getting stuff in the end. Like I'm getting.
Yes.
Now the kids are going like they're getting stuff, and I'm just walking around in the dark and like, all right, let's go. Let's
Do
do
you
this.
do you wish that you could like dress up and do it again? Like relive your youth almost?
Like what to go trick or treating? I mean, it would be fun, but I mean, yeah, I have positive memories of it, and that's probably why again we're so like into it. Like, oh yeah, go do it, you'll get yours, because eventually I know like they also will age
Yeah.
out of it. So like, make the best of it while you can, because like I know how awesome it was, and then it's over. Like it's not gonna last. So do everything you can to enjoy it while it does last.
I
Uh,
know. And speaking of lasting, we're going through a slight little change in with the kids this year in terms of now it's not going to be the four of us going trick or
oh yeah,
treating.
now they want to go with their friends.
Now they want to go start going with their
Ugh,
friends, right?
friends,
And that's fun.
of course.
Of course, I want to encourage that, and I'm
Yeah,
all for it. But there's a little bit of like sadness.
yeah, it's not the
You
it's not
know,
the
it's
us
not the
taking our little munchkins out there.
yeah,
Now they're like older and they're, but I get it, because like frequently, I think the last couple of years when we've gone and taken them out, they've crossed paths because obviously they have friends, they have a bunch of friends, and they're out there too, right? So like
yeah,
they happen to, live in the same area, so like they cross paths, like, oh, all right. So I'm like, all right, I get it.
yeah. And
Sure.
they've said like, oh, why can't we go trick or treating with them?
Yeah.
And I've honestly, I think it's been the last 2 years for sure
For
that's come up.
for the older, yeah, definitely.
Yeah, and I've just been like, nope. It's a family thing. We're doing it together. Like really holding on to that.
Yeah.
I think I'm gonna need to like let go the reins a little this year because
Yeah, I mean, we're still going to be there, but they're going to be out.
well,
It's
we're
kind
gonna
of
be
like,
divided. We're not all gonna be together.
well, it's kind of
That's
like,
the thing.
like going back, like, we go on vacation, we go to the theme parks, and we take them this and that, and they're the older ones already talking about like going to with his friends there. I'm like, okay, you're a little pump the brakes there a
Yeah.
little bit, like, but I do get it, like you, I don't know, I remember first time going and doing things on your own, just with your friends on your own, not with your family. And it's very liberating. It's very
Yes.
freedom. You're like, oh, I'm just going to hang out with my friends and doing
Full
the
of
things that I used to have to
independence.
do with my parents,
Yes.
right?
Yeah,
So
for
like,
sure.
but
I
still,
get
it's going to be first. It's like with us, it's the family unit, and then it's the friends with the family. Like they'll be with their friends, and we'll be like at the hot dog stand or whatever,
Yeah.
doing something.
10 feet behind them.
Exactly, just making sure everything's fine because they need to get home somehow, and they're still not able to do that. And then eventually, like as they get a little even older, then they'll be like, oh, okay, I'm going to the Six Flags with Cassius and Winston or whoever, whatever friends of
Yeah.
yours, right?
Yeah.
And they're like, all right, bye. Here's bus fare, or whatever. There's Uber,
Yeah.
and that's it. It's gonna come.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you think that Halloween was more fun in the 90s? So like growing up, 80s, 90s, growing up, or was it just less supervised? Like, did
Ooh,
you
that is a
when
good
you
question.
went trick or treating? Because
Yeah.
I have no experience on this. Clearly, when you went trick or treating as a kid,
Yeah.
at what stage did you not go with your mom and dad? Like, how old were you? I would assume younger than teenager.
Younger than teenage. I stopped younger than teenage. I was probably around Riley's ish age.
So like 10, 11?
Probably around there when you started just going in with friends and stuff like that.
Okay, without parents.
Without parents.
At all.
Yeah.
Yeah, because those were the days. Now I couldn't imagine sending my kid out even with friends, a group of friends, without a parent. Like,
yeah, I mean, and the thing
that
is,
scares the
even
shit
if you send
out
them
of
with a group of kids, like there'll be a parent there. Like I'll go there, like oh, there's at least one there. It's just
Yes.
some type of adult interaction. It's supervision. They're not
Supervision.
watching, but like they exist. They're there.
Yes,
like oh,
they're there.
somebody's there. Something happens. Halloween's had a steady decline
Yeah.
over the years.
Yeah.
I don't want to say it 100%, but I feel like there's a bit of a resurgence, especially for kids, because Halloween has it's an event and it's changed and metamorphosed a lot, and things have happened. Before it was all kids, and then all those kids grew up, and now those kids are like they're still like I don't do much partying and stuff like that, but like a lot of people, you're older, like you get older, and like okay, I'm gonna go to a Halloween party. You're gonna keep it up. You're gonna do that. That's still big on. If you go to any Halloween section at any store, like you go through the costume section, you're like, haha, well these are not for children.
No.
So clearly that feeling of it's fun to dress up and do things is
We were
still.
commenting on this. So 2 weeks ago, we went
Yep.
to go costume shopping for the boys.
Yeah.
Okay. And literally 3/4 of the store
Yeah.
was adult costume.
Yep. Yep. Because
All adult costumes and then kid costumes.
Yep.
Was the last bit. But like I was like, wow.
Yeah.
That's
Big
not
market.
like there's clearly a lot of adults that are getting costumes.
Yep.
Now, listen, I know at work they do the whole, you wear a Halloween costume, you get a free lunch.
Mm.
Do I bother?
Yeah, but
No.
look,
some people do.
these people they probably already have costumes. They're not going to these places and spending $150 on that.
No.
Costume to get a free lunch.
I agree.
Yeah.
You have like I mean, look at this, right? This is going to be my costume for the next 6 years until Halloween is officially dead in our house.
Yep.
Right? Like it is what it is. But and I'm okay with that. I'm not the one that
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I can find my imagination elsewhere. But yeah. So like it just surprised me.
Yeah.
It just surprised me.
Yeah.
I was like, wow.
I mean, it's a huge like again those kids that love Halloween, included, right? Like they've kept that, and as they grow older, right, they become adults, and then they still love it. And I think talk about Halloween, like going in as a holiday, it's also become just like a lot of holidays. It's become very much a business opportunity, right?
Of course.
Like we all talk about Christmas. We all love Christmas, but Christmas is all about the money, and every company knows. That's why you got your Black Fridays and everything else, and Christmas holiday, because everybody spends money, right? Like,
yeah.
Use the holidays to spend money. Same thing. A lot of these kids that loved Halloween, they grew up, they became adults. Well, now they have adult money, so they still love Halloween, but now they have adult money. So like, oh, cool, we can start selling adult costumes. We're gonna start pushing it because there's a huge demand for it, and they're spending more and more money and buying these costumes. Like I alluded to, they're expensive. Like the cost of these, I'm like, holy jeez Louise. But the only problem with that, which we now as parents and having to know this, I notice is that the market, the cost of all these costumes has gone up because you have demand from the adult side, right? Who have adult money, and that price has gone up. Well, the kids' prices, because they're like, oh, well, they have kids too, so they must. Everybody who likes Halloween must have a lot of money that they're willing to shell out. Kids' costumes, I know for a fact. I mean, obviously there's inflation, all that, but like when we look at the price of these kids' costumes, you're like, okay.
Yeah. No, but listen, okay, so even just with our kids alone.
Yeah.
Okay. So we went from a $40 max. Okay. I'm no joke. Okay. 5 years ago. 5 years ago.
Yeah.
Dare I say pre-COVID? Yeah. Probably or around there because, yes. So we went from a $40 max per costume.
Yeah.
To now that shit's blown out of the water.
Oh yeah, not even close.
Like we are literally double. You cannot get a costume for less than $80. You
can get the accessory for $40.
Yeah. Also kind of gone a little cuckoo at one point with decorations, outdoor decorations.
Oh yeah.
And spent some money on that. But that I didn't feel as guilty about because you're reusing it like every year. You know what I mean? But anyways.
Look at the huge increase. Before people put up they put garbage bags that look like pumpkins, and you put your leaves in it, and you shove it on the lawn. You're like, there we go, we decorate for Halloween. Oh, I also got a $3 pumpkin. It's outside. I'm done. Now I don't know. We got like 5 inflatables on the lawn, and then like blood and there's stuff all over the place.
Yeah.
You go to Home Depot or any of the other places now, you can buy full blown animatronics. I'm like, well, okay, what is this, Disney World? What's going on here? Like they're like, oh yeah, just buy them and throw them out there. You see on TikTok and all these other things, they got like, oh, the 12-foot skeleton. Like, what is going on?
Oh, listen, we wanted that.
I'm getting it.
Until we saw the price.
I'm still getting it. She doesn't know.
I was like, yeah.
It's in the garage.
This or that.
Okay, so you're asking me or?
No, we're going to ask each other. We're each going to pick one. Okay?
Okay.
It doesn't have to, it could be the same, it could be different, it doesn't matter.
Gotcha.
Okay? And full disclosure, these are all movies that I actually have seen.
Oh, that's why I'm looking at them like,
yes.
This is like an eclectic little collection.
It's a very eclectic collection,
yeah.
Okay?
Okay.
Candyman or Dr. Giggles?
It's a good one. For me, Candyman. Definitely stood the test of time longer. Tony Todd, horror icon. So, and they just the guy who played Candyman. He just recently passed away. They actually did a remake of it just recently too.
Yeah.
Just did there. Doctor Giggles. I remember as a kid in elementary, people talking about Doctor Giggles, and basically just because of the giggles. And so that was the claim that it was the giggles. Um, so it never became as much of a notable horror movie as Candyman. So definitely Candyman.
Okay. Well, both traumatized me, but I'm gonna say out of the two, Candyman.
Yeah. Scream, or I Know What You Did Last Summer.
Scream.
Scream.
Hands down, love the screams. Actually, probably the only horror movie that I actually like, but only the first one.
Oh, the first one.
Only the first one, and I've seen it so many times now. Okay, Leprechaun or Children of the Corn.
Oh, Leprechaun, 100%. Me and my buddies, we watched Leprechaun, and now the thing is, even when we watch it, I don't think it was ever really super scary, but we just laugh our asses off. We think it's a fantastically entertaining movie. Warwick as the Leprechaun is just amazing. The stuff that goes on and all the subsequent sequels, they become more and more trash as most horror movies are. Like you keep on making more and more sequels, and they get worse and worse. But these ones, it was kind of already trashy in the beginning. It's there, So like we're going like this. We're good. The one-liners and all that. You're a huge Friends fan.
Jennifer Aniston was on the first
Jennifer
one.
Aniston. Jennifer Aniston. Leprechaun.
Yeah.
I'm sure she loves that accolade.
Well, for me, it's going to be Children of the Corn.
Really?
Yeah.
Because it's scary? Because it's a scarier movie, or really?
I don't know. I thought Leprechaun was too dumb.
Oh, Leprechaun's stupid. Leprechaun is dumb.
Yeah, but you know how I feel about dumb.
Oh yeah, she hates dumb.
So I can't do dumb.
Yeah.
Like I'd rather be scared shitless than watch a dumb movie.
Oh, okay.
Okay. That's just me. Next.
All right, so next one. Oh, this is a good one. The Sixth Sense or Urban Legend?
Okay, so I'm gonna say The Sixth Sense. I honestly did not think that The Sixth Sense was horror.
I don't think it's got scary elements.
What is the
thriller?
What is the line that they say for some of those psycho ones? Psychological
thriller.
Yeah. Thank you. Psychological thrillers.
Yes.
That is what I would call it.
Oh yeah.
I wouldn't necessarily have called it a horror.
No.
Do you know what I mean?
I would not.
But for the sake of this or that, I'm going to choose Sixth Sense. Probably because it was the least scary out of the two. What about you? Out of the two.
Between those two, okay, so there's two things. Like I also don't think I 100% agree Sixth Sense is not a horror movie. It deals with psychologist who talks to kids who sees dead people. So like there's horror elements into it, right? But I definitely wouldn't call it a horror movie because it's not. There's some jump scary parts, but it's not trying to scare you. It's more mystery. It's more psychological. It's more thriller. It's more like mystery than horror. So I agree. Between the two, Sixth Sense and Urban Legend. Urban Legends is a straight up slasher horror movie. Trying to capitalize going back to the Scream. Like Scream reinvigorated that entire slashery thing because after the 90s it was kind of a dead thing because Jason and Freddy and Halloween, they've all been run into the ground going with multiple sequel after sequel after sequel.
Well, that was the 80s and 90s.
Exactly. People were just like, we're done with this.
They had to come up with something new.
They brought it back and like, oh, okay, remember this is actually pretty good. And then there was a whole bunch of them. So you had your Scream and I Know What You Did Last Summer, Urban Legend. There's a whole bunch of them that kind of came back. So it came at that era. But I remember of those three, like Scream was the king. They kind of brought it back. I Know What You Did Last Summer was fun. Again, they had a lot of actors who were kind of like it actors at the time. You had Sarah Michelle Gellar and Jennifer Love Hewitt and Ryan Phillippe and all those people. Urban Legends, I remember like it's just kind of there. It's just like we're just trying to like we're riding people's coattails. Yeah, like I was like okay. So that was it. So between the two, definitely Sixth Sense. Sixth Sense is a better movie. Sixth Sense on this entire list is probably the best movie on this entire list.
Well, yes, in
Oh
terms of a plot line, in terms of
yeah,
who done it, in terms like
it's
yes,
a Scream is good too, but like like
like you thought you think in that movie.
yeah, yeah. So yeah, Sixth Sense,
Blew it
out
out
of the
of the
water, yeah.
water. Okay, so I don't know whose turn it is to say, so I'll say it anyway. Pet Cemetery 2,
Two.
2, or Blair Witch Project.
Okay, so I don't think I ever saw Pet Cemetery 2. I saw Pet Cemetery 1. I don't know if I saw Pet Cemetery 2.
Pet Cemetery 2 was with Edward Furlong,
Okay, so then
and
I
I
did.
saw it because I had a crush on him.
Oh, okay, that makes sense. So I did not see that one. I did. Obviously, I saw Blair Witch Project.
I'm gonna stick to Pet Cemetery 2 because of my Edward Furlong crush. And I again will tell you now that we're done with the rounds, I'll
Yeah.
tell you why I picked the ones that I picked.
Okay.
Urban legend. Urban legends are based on things that can be true.
Yeah, myths.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
Myths that can be true.
Yeah.
Blair Witch Project is based on ghosts, hauntings. They can be true.
Yeah, I know. Okay, yeah.
Okay, like
that
that
see,
shit
that
can
that's
fucking happen.
see that
That shit.
that's the fear that you
That
get.
shit freaks me the fuck out.
Mm.
I cannot watch that shit. That will mind fuck me 10 ways to Sunday. Scream?
Yeah.
Which is funny because
it's funny. Like, the chances of somebody try, like somebody
breaking
taking
into
a
my
knife and trying to
house.
murder people. I'm like, yeah, I mean that's a lot. Unfortunately, in this day and age, it's a lot more possible.
I get it.
Than
But my mind does not
resurrected
work like that.
ghosts or whatever. Yeah.
So those are the movies that still haunt me to these days. Those ones like the urban legends, the things that are based on truth. Like I mean, look, me growing up with all these like religion, Joe's Witness, Mormon, all that stuff. Like I do in some way believe in some form of something.
Yeah.
So hauntings scare the shit out of me. All of that stuff. So that's what truly gets to me. What, if anything, really gets to you?
Okay, so
That you'd still watch it,
yes.
unlike me, but you'd still watch it. But what really like just still gets you after all these years? What style? What kind of movie? What theme?
I mean, it's funny. It's been a while since I saw a horror movie that was like, oh, I'm scared. Like I could be like, oh, okay, something's gonna happen. You worry. So I'm gonna go back and like when you're a kid, right? Like, and you're watching these things. There's ones that I guess affect you. I can tell you like the first horror movie, and it's not even really a horror. I can say it's like I guess sci-fi horror. It's done by Toby Hooper, so director of Texas Chainsaw Massacre. So like it's not like I can't say it's not a horror 100%. Anyways, it's a movie. My dad rented it when I was a kid, and I don't remember how old I was. I might have been Grayson's age. I might have been 7 or 8, or I don't know what the hell. It's called Life Force. So anybody who's seen it, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Anyways, and to break it down into a very quick bubble, let's say astronauts go to space and they find this ship inside a comet, and it's full of naked people, and they're basically vampires, but like life force vampires, and like give me a vampire that bites your neck, sucks your blood any day of the week. That shit don't do nothing. This thing, it grabs you and it sucks your life force out through your eyes and like leaves you like this desiccated corpse. And then now you are like you bite somebody, a vampire bites somebody, and then they become a vampire. Same thing. Then all of a sudden these desiccated corpses get up and they start like reanimating and they start doing it again. And it's all practical effects. Scared the fuck out of me. I remember staring at the fucking wall and just like wrapping myself in a blanket. I was like, none of that shit. I can still watch it today. I'm like, this is still fucked up. I didn't watch. I think I was in out in like the hallway when my dad was watching. I don't think they knew I was watching at the time. Anyways, fucking terrifying. It is horrible, 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 horrible. And you watch it now. It's a terrible. It's not a good movie. It's pretty, but it's fucked. It's holy shit. So that's one that really that fucked me up. The younger you are, obviously, the more like punch you. Oh, another one. Okay, we actually one that scared me as a kid. I was like, oh, okay, and like shouldn't have. We just watched it last night with the kids. Okay, Ernest Scared Stupid. Okay, yeah, I know. So right, I remember I saw this movie when we had our place in the States with my grandparents. They took me to see this fucking ridiculous movie, And everybody, I don't know if you don't know Ernest, he's like kind of like a idiot. He's a buffoon, and things happen to him. There's a whole series of them. Anyways, there's the Halloween one. I love Halloween, so they took me to go see it. And in the movie, there's this troll, right? And he gets resurrected after like hundreds of years being in prison or whatever. And he basically, to like bring his army back, he needs to steal the souls of like 5 children. But how he does it, he touches them and he steals their soul and he turns them into like these little wooden dolls. All right, yeah. This is again going back to like kids movies. Like years ago, there were kids movies that like, and this, even though it's a Halloween thing, I don't think it was meant to be scary. It's got Halloweenish thing, but it's very. I'm watching it last night. Like it's very buffoonery, right? It's like, oh, okay. But I remember that the scenes, things like that happen. Like that troll scared the shit out of me, especially like like talking about just touches them and then just steals their souls and then like turns them into wood. I'm like, that fucked me up. I was like, oh shit, fuck that troll.
Okay. Halloween costumes.
Halloween costumes.
Round 2 of this or that. I'll start. Vinyl mask or face paint?
Oh, vinyl mask? I go with vinyl mask just because I hate face paint. I have shit on my face. I hate that stuff. Had some good ones. And obviously it's a lot cheaper and I think it's easy to do that. But yeah.
Okay. I'm going to go with face paint.
Okay.
I hated vinyl masks. Okay. Homemade costume or a store-bought costume?
Okay, so I'm gonna go store-bought, but again with the caveat. So at our time, store-bought costumes were like garbage. Like who remembers? You're like, oh, I want to be He-Man, all right? And nowadays you'll have like a muscle suit and shit. Like you see this kid with Spider-Man and Captain America. Like you think like no, back in the day you didn't have no muscle suit. You had a fucking plastic smock with a picture of He-Man and Tails on front and a shitty fucking plastic mask. That was a store-bought one. So and that was the store-bought. So that's good. Then you got homemade, which is I remember my mom once. I don't know. She decided to do that, so she just put me in a garbage bag. I don't know what the fuck. And people were like, "What are you supposed to be?" I'm like, "Garbage man." I'm like, "No." Yeah, I had like a monster mat. It was the worst. Like I was like, why? I think she saw some like do-it-yourself video. I don't know what the hell came off of it, but yeah, that was. I love being asked every 5 seconds if I'm a garbage man. It was fantastic. So.
Too scary for your age or too babyish for your grade? I'd rather be too scary for my age.
Oh, definitely too scary for my age.
Yeah. Pop culture fail or a do-it-yourself disaster? Well, I think you've just answered.
Yeah.
You'd rather be a pop culture fail, maybe?
Sure.
Do-it-yourself disaster.
Yeah, definitely not a do-it-yourself disaster. Just let me tell you, do-it-yourself. When you disaster, do-it-yourself. You really fuck things up. So.
I think I'll agree with that one. Pop culture fail too. And last one, matching sibling costumes.
No. Just no.
Let's just end it there. No.
Just no. Even when you have a couple of costumes, you're like, that's fucking stupid.
Yes.
Like siblings costumes, you fucking.
What do you mean costume?
Well, not the
Couples
same.
Costumes.
Well, you go to the store and it's like, oh.
You think it's stupid? So all those times that I was like, oh, let's dress up like bacon and eggs or milk and cookies. And you nodded, yeah, sure.
I'll wear it. I'm not saying it's goofy shit, yes. And people look at you like, oh, look at that. There's that fucking couple with the fucking, like you said, jelly and peanut butter or whatever the fuck,
Peanut butter and jelly.
We get it. Look at it. We look like a couple of furries here. So.
I know it's fun. It's fun. Go with it.
I'm here, so I'm going.
Okay.
It's Halloween season. We just started, so. It's coming.
I'm excited.
Yeah,
we're like at this stage, what, like 2 weeks away almost from Halloween?
Yeah.
Well, that's it for us today, guys.
Nice.
Yeah. Happy Halloween.
Happy Halloween.
That's a wrap on our Haunted Nostalgia Tour. Movies, costumes, trauma, and all.
If you grew up with too much Halloween, or not enough, you're definitely not alone.
Subscribe for weekly sibling chaos and nostalgic therapy.
Till then, enjoy the candy, avoid the plastic mask, and maybe don't say Candyman in the mirror.